business is good. And as you can see, I'm excited. Money is coming into my pocket all the time.
They look at the money, they will say, wow, so this is our money. We never thought we could save this.
They're able to feed their family, they're able to send their children to school, they're able to do a lot of things that they don't even think that they can achieve in the nearest future.
Agriculture, particularly in this part of Nigeria, is the mainstay of many households. Issues of having proper diets, issues of how to raise more income to get so little money that they can be able to attend to other basic necessities of life. These are the challenges that every household around this area is faced with.
Within a production season, they can only plant once. When there's a crop failure, when there is climatic issues that affect agricultural production, then it put them in a very tight situation. So presently today, the Northwest, about 55% of children below 5 years are stunted. More than 60% of people living in the Northwest lack access to clean and safe water. That is a very serious situation.
Of course, to be able to solve all these problems, a single approach will not be able to solve it. Feed the Future Nigeria Livelihood Project has brought a kind of sustainable and a holistic approach to development of vulnerable households within a particular rural setting.
It is an agri-led program which focuses on increasing agricultural production, diversifying incomes for rural households, increasing nutrition and supporting WASH activities, and building government institutions to be able to respond to poverty reduction services. We work in 7 LGAs. We work in Sokoto, we work in Kebbi, and we work with Federal Capital Territory. The project is currently intervening in several value chains: millet, sorghum, rice, maize, cowpea, groundnut, and soya beans. We are also introducing new disease-resistant, drought-tolerant varieties to vulnerable households. We've trained them on best agronomic practices, and we introduce several technologies that will increase productivities to our farming household.
Before we are not apply fertilizer because we don't know anything about the fertilizer. Now, as this program started, they introduce us with new soybeans. Before we are plant local one, we get like 50 kg by hectare. Now we get 750 kg soybean by hectare.
We've also introduced best practices for processing and storage. The project has introduced the Purdue Improved crop storage bag for storing cowpea for multiple years without necessarily using preservatives. That is popularly known as the pig's bag. We support vocational and technical training programs where we train selected beneficiaries, and those that graduate from these schemes are made to pass through some selected criteria for them to benefit from cash grants. And the condition for them to benefit is that they will make a commitment to be able to train additional 3 members of the community on those selected vocations.
Sannan kuma ina jin daɗi sosai har akwai masu tsayawa kusa da ni su amfana. To kaga rayuwata ina ganin muhimmancin rayuwata sosai da sosai. Tunda koyo shi sana'a ta hannu abubuwan na shigo ka ba sai kana da wani abu cikin aljihunka ba za a kawo ma ko kai gyara ko kai sabo.
The project is supporting communities and households to diversify their income by opening opportunity for them to have access to finance. We work with financial institutions to be able to develop financial products that will meet the need of the vulnerable household. So with this, we are able to support income generation activities. And as we speak, we've been able to catalyze rural economy and increase household incomes through different kinds of businesses, small-scale businesses and other businesses that is adaptable to the rural settings.
Hey, I will call you back. I'm attending to my customer. I will call you back. Sorry.
Secondly, we also support communities by implementing the CROS Global SIG methodology, which is service and internal learning communities. where members of the communities form themselves into a group to be able to pool resources together and loan among themselves. So that has also contributed to income generation.
CRS introduced SEC to the project because they want the household members to be independent even after the project has gone. A lot of women in the community has started in petty trading, goat rearing, chicken rearing, and some has even used part of the money to send their kids to school. And they now realize that they themselves can do it without waiting for anyone.
Liaisons are female nutrition champions in our communities where we work. Each of these liaisons visit households once in a month to disseminate nutrition messages. They also organize group sections. During this group session is an avenue to be able to promote nutrition messages and wash and hygiene related messages.
Kaza mu yi su bayani ne an ce da an haihu a babba da ruwa domin an samu karuwa an samu ci gaba. Yanzu sun ce ba su ba da ruwa ba, yanzu babu ruwansu da cewa yaro ya yi zazzabi a je asibiti ko kuma a tahi wani boka a je a an so magani a ba yaro.
At the moment, the project is also implementing community total sanitation, and we are currently having some community that is now open defecation free. So I think within the past 3 years, we have done a lot, and we are beginning to see the needed behavior change among vulnerable households in our target communities. The rehabilitation of water points is quite critical. Under the wash component of the project, we are helping communities to rehabilitate their boreholes, and they have built the capacity of the wash committees such that at the end, when there is need for maintenance of the boreholes, the wash committee will have access to resources without necessarily depending on project or government for that. The biggest success we've recorded is from the cash transfer program. In an attempt to put extremely vulnerable households on the path to prosperity, we implement this cash transfer for a period of 12 to 15 months. Preliminary observation coming from the field shows that we are able to catalyze a change and put this household on the ladder to prosperity within a period of 12 months.
Dan izaran ne daga na sai su mulkin nan ko na sai rere zan ɗiba an so magi da gishiri da ɗiyan ɗorawa komi ko waɗanda ka sai garan na taimaka musu. Dan in ba da wannan aiki ba bakin ɗakin gaba ana aza gina gidan gaba in komo. Na dai sahi ina da ƙudurin komowa amma dai ba da gina ba sai dai in yi ɗaki.
In addition to all those interventions to support, to consolidate these gains, we work with government institutions, we build their capacity such that at the end of this program, they will be able to own the process and be able to carry the program along.
From the commencement of this project, we are trying to, as much as possible, to incorporate government structures. The case worker model that we are using to implement our planning process is making use of a government structure, and also in agricultural activities that we are talking about, we involve the station agent, and of course in all the communities and local government, there's a desk officer that we are working with. They understand everything very well.
Government have expressed interest in replicating the program through our engagement with them. They were able to see for themselves what the project is doing in different communities, and they are trying to key in the concept into their programs.
If people will learn to do things for themselves and not waiting for the government, definitely that will change everything they are doing. Feed the Future has rejuvenated a lot of thinking. And if this will be replicated in other communities and in other states, it will help in elevating our people, reducing the rate of poverty, and even their ways of doing things will change equally.
people's lives are changed. Because we have been able to stimulate rural economic growth, rural households are able to increase their income, they are able to put their paths out of poverty to prosperity.